Welcome to A Fistful of Lenses, the home of real-world lens reviews. This episode is part of the Hidden Gem series of videos, a series that explores those lesser-known vintage lenses. In this episode, we'll be taking a closer look at the Vivitar 28mm f2.8 close focus lens. Have I found a hidden gem? Let's find out. The lens came to market in 1984. What was the world like in 1984? Well, let's take a trip together down memory lane. Liverpool beat Roma in the final of the European Cup. Liechtenstein becomes the last country in Europe to grant women the right to vote. And the group Wham had a number one with the song Freedom. Also in the news, a cement mixer was reported to have collided with a prison van. Motorists were asked to be on the lookout for 16 hardened criminals. Whilst all this was happening, Vivitar was building on its reputation for producing quality optics at competitive prices. So I'm eager to test out this 28mm offering. As always, the stills and video will be unedited and straight out of camera, so as not to disguise the character, strengths and weaknesses of this 40-year-old lens design. I'll be using the full-frame Sony a7R Mark III and the APS-C Fuji X-T1. Can you tell which camera took which images? Leave your guess in the comment section. So let's turn off those TVs, put down our books, lace up our boots, and let's get out there and do some real-world photography. So let's start by looking at a series of black and white images. I'm impressed with the sharpness of this 40-year-old lens, and also the good tonal range that the lens produces. Beautiful black and whites, in fact, good deep blacks and clean crisp whites. 28mm is a very useful focal length on full frame, and was one of the most common wide angles in use when I was first learning photography, and I can see why it was so popular. Of course, when used on the APS-C Fuji X-T1, it has the equivalent angle of view of 42mm, which is the approximate angle of view of the human eye. And with colour, I see no real weaknesses either. It gives good, pleasing, natural colours. At this point, it would be good to discuss a bit of background information about Vivitar. Vivitar was not a lens manufacturer as such, more of a camera equipment distributor, commissioning lens designers and lens manufacturers such as Keen or Precision to produce its lens designs. This enabled them to build a reputation for marketing good quality lenses at modest prices. The famous Series 1 lenses they produced had a particularly strong reputation. This particular lens has a serial number starting with 28, meaning it was manufactured by the optical company Comini. On balance, I'm impressed by this lens. It's a good all-round performer. But no lens is perfect, and particularly no 40-year-old vintage lens. As demonstrated in the next image, it will flare when shooting into the light. So how are we to rate this 40-year-old lens from the budget lens distributor Vivitar? Well, it's a lens that punches way above its weight. It has an excellent close focus ability of only 23 centimeters, good bokeh when shot wide open, and excellent sharpness. And considering I only paid £10 for the lens, I consider this a true hidden gem. Like most vintage lenses, it will flare when shot directly into the light. But I could easily have avoided this by using a lens shade or by simply reframing the shot. So to conclude, the lens is a definite keeper, one of the better vintage 28mm I've tested, and I've tested a lot of 28s as it's one of my favourite focal lengths. So it's a lens I recommend you try for yourself. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And then who knows, you might see me out there in the real world, snapping away happily with my Vivitar 28mm f2.8 lens. Until next time, bye for now.